Imagine you have a question, anything from how to cook a steak to the meaning of life. You type it into a chat window, expecting an AI to answer. But instead, a stranger somewhere in the world reads your question and responds. Maybe it's a student in Tokyo or a barista in London. Their answer could be helpful, hilarious, or just plain weird. This is the reality of a new viral website that puts real people, not algorithms, at the center of online Q&A. In a world drowning in AI-generated content, this platform is a bold reminder. The most interesting answers come from lived experience, not databases. The unpredictability is the point. An AI gives you a recipe. A human might share a family secret or a kitchen disaster story. It's a return to genuine conversation, messy, surprising, and real. As AI fatigue grows, people crave authenticity and connection, even if it's fleeting and anonymous. This site proves that despite our love for efficiency, we still value the flawed brilliance of human interaction. The site is called Your AI Slop Bores Me, and its premise is as simple as its name. You ask a question or answer one. No algorithms, no profiles, just pure human exchange. The site's viral rise was fueled by users sharing screenshots of bizarre, funny, or unexpectedly profound answers. One user asked for a book recommendation and was told to just go outside. Another got a cat drawing as relationship advice. The randomness became the main attraction, a breath of fresh air in a world of predictable, polished AI content. There's no instant gratification here. Sometimes you wait, and the answer might not even make sense. But that's the magic. It's about the experience, not the answer. The minimalist design strips away ego and performance, leaving only the raw exchange. No upvotes, no friend lists, just questions and answers, as weird or wonderful as the people behind them. In a curated digital world, this site's unfiltered chaos is uniquely freeing. Mihir Moroju, a 23-year-old student from Austin, Texas, built the site in a weekend, frustrated by what he calls AI slop, the bland, soulless content flooding the web. He saw AI-generated text everywhere, blog posts, reviews, even homework. The internet, he felt, was losing its human spark. Moroju's goal wasn't profit, but to make a point. We're forgetting the value of human creativity, error, and humor. AI slop struck a chord with people tired of endless, uninspired content. Moroju warns of a feedback loop. AI trains on AI-generated data, diluting originality until the internet becomes a bland echo chamber. His site is both protest and proof, a deliberately inefficient, deeply engaging experiment in human connection. He refuses to monetize or collect data, keeping the project pure and anti-corporate. Moroju isn't a tech mogul, he's a digital activist fighting to keep the internet weird and human. Your AI Slop Bores Me is a playful rebellion, not a warning against technology, but a celebration of human imperfection. By relying on strangers, the site highlights the beauty and unpredictability. Answers may be off-topic or misspelled, but they're always personal. It's a reminder that not every interaction needs to be optimized for speed or accuracy. The initial frustration of waiting or getting a nonsensical reply quickly turns to amusement. The randomness is an antidote to the algorithm-driven echo chambers of modern social media. You never know who will answer or what you'll get, reviving the serendipity of the early internet. The site's viral success shows a hunger for agency and spontaneity online. It argues that the internet's greatest resource isn't data, but human creativity and humor. Millions flock to the site not just for laughs, but for a fleeting, genuine connection. The site's explosive popularity caught Moroju off guard. Millions visited within days, crashing his humble server. Instead of frustration, users found the technical hiccups endearing, a sign of authenticity. The site became a collaborative challenge, with volunteers helping Moroju keep it online. The struggle to stay afloat became part of the story, fueling even more interest. Social media buzzed with viral answers, funny screenshots, and support for the underdog. The site's fragility made it feel precious, like a secret indie hit. People were tired of big tech's perfection and rallied around this quirky, imperfect experiment. Built by a student, not a corporation, it captured the spirit of the old internet. Anyone with an idea could make something magical. Its very struggle to survive became a symbol of authenticity in a corporate digital world. Using your AI slop bores me is like opening a mystery box, utterly unpredictable. Ask a serious question, get a joke, ask for advice, get a lasagna recipe or a single word, potatoes. The randomness is the draw, quality is secondary to surprise. Users answer with poems, I see, art or cryptic riddles, turning the site into a stage for creativity. Viral screenshots show the delightfully mismatched exchanges, proof of our collective weirdness. Sometimes the site delivers genuine moments of connection. A heartfelt reply to a lonely user, a shared joke about cats. Anonymity frees people to be sincere or silly without social pressure. Unlike AI, which is reliable but dull, this site is unreliable but endlessly surprising. It's less about finding information, more about entertainment and social experiment. The real prize isn't the answer, it's the unexpected human interaction. Much of the site's appeal is nostalgia for the wild early internet, before algorithms and corporate control. It recalls a time of exploration, serendipity, and weirdness, when the web was built by people, not machines. This nostalgia ties into a bigger debate. As AI gets better at creating, are we losing the value of human creativity? Your AI slop bores me argues that no machine can replicate the unpredictable spark of a real person. The site's popularity is a vote for messy, authentic human-centered creativity. For facts and speed, AI wins. But for connection, surprise, and soul, humans still have the edge. The site doesn't seek to end AI, just to remind us. It's a tool, not a replacement. So when you ask a question, what do you really want? A perfect answer, or a piece of another person?